Hi everybody, I'm Kayla, and with me is Randy, and today is Friday, October 21st, and here's what's been happening this week inside LHS.
It's just 1 week from today that the first quarter of this school year ends. This first marketing period of this school year ends next Friday, October 28th. For seniors, that means that 25% of their senior year is almost over. Teachers will put grades in Power School after that. Report cards to inform students and parents on how students did will come out a week or so later. October 31st will be the beginning of the second quarter.
Wednesday of this week, October 19th, was the deadline to register to vote in the 2016 election, which will take place on November 8th. Last week, the League of Women Voters of Haverhill visited Lawrence High School to register students to vote. They registered a total of 86 students, 59 of which were 18 years old and eligible to vote in this year's election, and the others were pre-registered, which means that when they turn 18, they will already be registered to vote.
The goal was to get students involved in political decisions making locally as well as nationally, and getting people registered is the only way they can vote in this presidential election. Although the focus of this registration was to get young people voting for the presidential election on November 8th, registering also means you can vote for the local elections like the mayor, city council, and other state offices and referendum questions. To vote, you must be 18 and a U.S. citizen. The success of this event will be shown through the voting polls because every vote counts.
This week in Lancer Sports, we want to congratulate the girls volleyball team for beating the MVC powerhouse team from Chelmsford last week. They won 3-1, but the big news in Lancer Sports this week is still the damaged field in the stadium. This past Tuesday night, the Lawrence City Council agreed to budget the money to install a new field to replace the current one that was destroyed during a festival earlier in October.
I too am frustrated with this event. I too want to hold the people responsible for this action. But before you tonight is a request to borrow $875,000 to replace both the field and the track at the Veterans Memorial Stadium. We have done everything possible to fast track the fixing of the stadium to reduce the impact to the Lawrence community and to the students who use the stadium. This borrowing will ensure that the process for fixing the track and field in the shortest amount of time will be met. The bids for fixing the field have gone out, and the bidders did a walkthrough this past Monday. Who's going to pay? We are cautiously optimistic that the insurance process will be successful and that the organizers and the insurance companies in the end will pay for the repairs and replacement of the field.
For the question, all those in favor please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
This construction will start within a week or two, with hope that it will be all done in time for the Thanksgiving game against Central on Thanksgiving morning.
How is the condition of the football field affecting the season?
Well, the condition of the football field is affecting our season because we love to play on that field, and our home games, we like to have our fans there supporting us and watching us play, and then that just doesn't make us feel good. We have to play every home game away this season, and that just makes us feel like we have to work even harder to try and continue our season and move on with what we're supposed to do.
It's affecting mostly the seniors because it's like the last time stepping on that field, and because of that, I think we're not gonna have a senior night, or it's not gonna be like all those moments that if like we play on the field, it's not gonna be like we're not gonna have all the same moments if we're playing away.
This past Wednesday, juniors on campus took the PSAT, aka the preliminary SAT. The SAT is the test that most college-bound students take as part of the college application process. The score you make on the SAT is supposed to be an indicator of how well you will do in college. Taking the PSAT gets you ready to take the real SAT in the spring of your junior year. And if you do really well on the PSAT, it sets you up for certain scholarships.
The next SAT will take place on Saturday, November 5th. If you still want to take the November SAT, you can still register online and pay a late fee by going to collegeboard.org.
You probably know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we show some support by wearing pink. Nice throw. Other types of support as well. Most of the donations fund the research to find a cure for cancer. In life, everyone is touched by cancer. There are two types of cancer, benign and malignant. Breast cancer is the second leading cause of death in women. Also, men can get breast cancer. On average, every 2 minutes, some is diagnosed with breast cancer. If caught early, it can be successfully treated. If you would like to contribute to find a cure for breast cancer, go to www.nationalbreastcancer.
Last week, we told you about the many after-school clubs and activities here on LHS campus. Clubs and activities are open to everyone on campus. However, one of the things we heard this week was exactly where do these clubs meet? What does it mean, and where is the B building or the H building? So we thought that we would go out and show you.
Hi, I'm Brianna, and we're in front of the H building. This is where HLD used to be, and 10GA and HHS are here this year. The clubs that meet here are the Writers Club and the Robotics Club.
Hi, my name is Selena, and this is where Building G is, where 10GA and HHS are located. And the clubs for here are Gender and Sexuality Alliance and Rubik's Cube Club.
Hi, my name is Catherine. Right now we're in Building F, where MST and BMF are located. Right now the clubs that are here are Laurentian Newspaper and YT Advisor.
Hi, now I'm in front of the E building. This is where PFA and HLD have joined together since last year. The clubs that join here are the Yearbook Advisors and the Art Club. So I just came from the E building, and now I'm walking towards the B building. This is where a lot of art classes and dance classes meet, specifically the Dance Club and the Drumline Club.
And now we're in Building D, in Land Science, where some of the clubs are Mock Trial. And down the hallway is 9th Grade Academy, where one of the clubs are Coding Club.
Since the end of the last school year, the names of the buildings changed. 9th and 10th grade has their building, and Abbott Lawrence has the library. The Upper Academy, which is where the 11th and 12th graders from HLD, PFA, MST, and BMF are located, and HHS is in the same building as before.
Now that you know how to find the buildings on campus by letter, you can easily find the clubs on the LHS campus. This week, we visited 2 of them that you might consider joining.
I'm going to start off. My name is Miss Anaya. I am an algebra teacher here in the 9th Grade Academy, and this is my 2nd year working with the Coding Club. I'm the campus advisor. And coding is, I love camping too, but coding is something that is becoming more and more relevant in the school systems across the country and across the world. And I think coding is basically just directions, and it's basically just a computer language to get the computer to do whatever you want to create. So for example, using coding, you can create websites, you can create videos, and anybody watch anime? Right? You can create animations, you can create apps on mobile apps and on the computer. So you can do a wide range of different media things with it. And so that's why I'm here, and I love working with the youth. I was born and raised in Lawrence, and I love giving back to my community, and I'm excited for this year to really get the ball rolling and do some cool things. And today we are going to, before we get to the mini project, I want to just talk about the goal for the year. So this is kind of like the blueprint. Raise your hand if you weren't coding last year. So we can look around and see. Saul is well in the back. He was part of coding last year. A couple other students who aren't here right now. But basically, coding, it's not something that you can just learn in one day, or 1 week, or 1 month, or even 1 year. Coding, I started coding when I was 14 years old, and I'm now 25 years old, and I'm still learning. So it's a process that goes on for many, many years. You're constantly learning, no matter what the program is. There's many different types of programs. I won't name them right now because it'll probably just sound like a foreign language, but we're gonna get into some of those this year, definitely. My goal for the year, and our goal as a club, if you are interested in this and you wanna be a permanent member of the coding club, this door is always open. If you wanna come whenever you feel like it, you know what I mean? Obviously, the more, if you do come on a regular weekly basis, you will become more familiar. You'll be able to move along quicker with the projects. So basically, my idea is we are going to spend every week on Mondays. You'll be here from 3 to 4. And if you can only stay for a half hour, you can only stay for a half hour. No big deal. But we're going to spend the first half hour doing actual coding, like learning a program. And it gives you directions and you follow it, right? It's a little bit boring sometimes in the beginning because it's, you know, it's very, the directions are just very straightforward. It's not really that interesting. But then the second half, the second 30 minutes from 3:30 to about 4, we are going to do mini projects, okay? So today, raise your hand if you've heard of Angry Bird. Angry Bird, yeah. So today we're gonna do a little mini project with Angry Bird, and how many have played it? Have you guys all played it? Yeah. So we're gonna use Angry Bird just as an example, and I'm going to open it up here on my computer.
We'll be back next week with reports from another couple of LHS clubs.
This past Wednesday, while the juniors were taking the PSAT, LHS seniors participated in college-related workshops. One group of seniors heard presentations from a variety of colleges like Northern Essex and Boston University, and another group met with representatives from the community about the variety of careers.
Well, that would do it for us this week. As always, you can see inside LHS in school and out of school online throughout the Lawrence Public School homepage, on YouTube and on cable Comcast 99 or Verizon 41 throughout the weekend and every weekend this school year.
Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week. And pay a late fee by going to collegeboard.org.
You probably know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we show some support by wearing pink. Ay, Dios mío,
Again, we see that.